Hey everyone, Tony here. Hope you're doing well. It is Saturday, November 24th. Hope your weekend is going well. Have some news to share with you guys. The first is some very surprising news from Overstock, overstock.com. Many of you may recognize Overstock, maybe you shop there. I've talked about Overstock on my channel, even some of the first videos I made in starting this channel over a year ago. I talked a bit about Patrick Byrne, the CEO, who's very bullish on crypto. I talked a bit about Overstock accepting crypto and their strategy behind that, where if someone paid in Bitcoin, Ethereum, or whatever, they will take half of it, cash it out, and the other half they keep. So that was a strategy they were using. Well, this news came out today that the CEO said they're looking to sell the business, and he's going all the way in on crypto. Now, I didn't expect him to sell the business. As far as expanding his efforts around crypto, that's not surprising. He's a big advocate of crypto and blockchain. He's done many interviews, and this Overstock's the stock value surged to 26% after this news was announced. So after dabbling in blockchain with various subsidiaries, the 2-decade-old e-commerce business is going all in on technology by the end of the year. So they launched in like 1999. So this is one of those old internet companies here. The CEO, Patrick Byrne, plans to sell the retail arm of Overstock by February, the Wall Street Journal reports. So there's not actually any details on what he's going to be launching or what he's going to be doing. Let me just make sure. Let's see here. Okay, Byrne founded Overstock in 1999 to sell goods like furniture and jewelry on the internet. He's now betting the future of that brand on multiple blockchain startups through its fully owned subsidiary called Medici Ventures. The Salt Lake City-based company has invested $175 million in Medici and has been burning money since its 2014 inception. The word loss is repeated here. So lost $39 million in the first 3 quarters of the year and roughly $22 million last year, according to the company's public filings. Overstock itself is in the red with a net loss of $163 million in the first 3 quarters of this year. One of its best-known startups, T0, a trading system that hasn't launched commercially, is also burning money. He says, "I don't care whether T0 is losing $2 million a month," Byrne told the Journal. "We think we've got cold fusion on the blockchain side." Now, obviously, we're very early in the blockchain and crypto market. So his project's a little bit, of course, they're losing some money, and a lot of people lost money this year. Even, on paper, if you didn't sell, right, I always tell you, you don't actually lose money until you sell, right? So he's still moving forward. Now, obviously, this guy has money. Overstock itself is valued at a certain amount. Overstock itself is probably, getting beat by Amazon just like everyone else. But he's taking his money, he's going to sell the company and start focusing more on crypto and blockchain. Now, what's interesting is the timing by February. Now, if you saw my video yesterday, there are no coincidences here, guys. Push back to January. Bitcoin ETF, maybe the Van Eck and CBOE will get approved by the SEC in February. Fidelity, TD Ameritrade, those folks are launching next year as well. We'll probably see some more companies come out and say, hey, we're offering crypto custody and crypto trading services. So this is very interesting, and we'll probably see more of this. Companies changing focus, companies expanding to focus on blockchain and crypto. So this is definitely significant news that this guy's going to sell his company and use all that money towards blockchain and crypto. So it continues. Big money. Watch what the big money's doing, right? Now, on to some other interesting news. Spencer Dimwiddie. Many of you may recognize him. He's an NBA player. He's on the Brooklyn Nets. He's a rising star. He's been playing really well for the past few years. But just back in October, he did an interview with the Bleacher Report talking about his investments in crypto. He's bullish on crypto. He understands the technology. He talks a bit about in 2017 when he bought Bitcoin at around 3,000 and using Coinbase, and he wishes he bought more. And just his, his story of discovering crypto and investing in it. And CCN had also, reported on this, so you guys may have seen this. And he's looking to have his shoe brand website accept crypto. So this guy is definitely bullish. He knows, he understands what he's investing in here. So I'll put a link in the description for you guys to check out this interview or this whole thing here. It's very interesting, and it's interesting to see someone else's perspective who is of that caliber, who has more in money to invest than maybe you and I, right? Obviously, he's a millionaire getting paid millions to play in the NBA. And his, thought process behind it. It's great to get other perspectives as well. Well, guys, and here's the shoe site here. So it looks like they're going to accept crypto. He tweeted the following on November 23rd, yesterday. People seem to hate XRP due to centralization, but it would seem the hash wars have shown us BTC has that very issue. What is everyone in the XRP community and those who invest in crypto who are looking at facts and looking at things rationally? Yeah, the fact that these Craig Wright or Roger Ver or whatever can take the hash power away from Bitcoin, slow the network down, and increase, the delays and the costs, and then use it to fight Bitcoin cash wars, and the fact that China controls a majority of over 50% of the hash rate. What are we talking about here, right? And this is where I would say the people who are going around saying XRP is this, centralized, and blah, blah, blah are hypocrites. They're liars because they're not looking at facts. They're just running around like parrots and just repeating what they're hearing. Like, oh, bank coin, shit coin, this coin. And it's like, dude, take some time to really understand what you're talking about here, because how can you say that when the hash rate is controlled by a group of people? And also a lot of the big investors coming into the market now, banks and all the things that they're supposedly against from an ideology standpoint, are the ones that are holding the majority of it, and they could dump it on the market and drive the price down. So they have no leg to stand on here. And if you recall, just so I share facts with you guys, Ripple addressed this head on in August, where David Schwartz talked about the XRP ledger consensus, and that Ripple runs only 7% of the validators on the XRP ledger, while Ethereum, 3 mining pools control 57%, 4 mining groups control 58% of Bitcoin. These are all facts. This is not some made up stuff. It's all out here, but still, watch on this video, you're still going to hear Ripple is a crap coin. That's all they can say. They just go around repeating insults instead of saying, hey, I see what you're saying, but here's why I think you're wrong, right? And that's right away when you see them come out and say, shitcoin, bankcoin, whatever. What is that? You're just repeating something that you heard from someone else, not understanding what is actually happening. You haven't gotten to the granular level and looking at the facts. And Spencer, who obviously gets it, right? That's where critical thinking and having an open mind is important, to know what is happening, looking at things from the bigger picture and holistically, not just having, because you love your coin and you have a religious following or something. A lot of people are here for a religious following. I'm here to make money. And he clearly states it. And of course, you had some people come out trying to argue him. And he's like, dude, what are you talking about? Like, you see the idiots who do not take the time to research. So it's interesting. And that's, remember my videos from the past like 2 weeks, what I've been saying, the realization, the enlightenment, the recognition of XRP is happening since this market started going down, where it was holding very solidly at a certain price point. It captured the number 2 spot as Ethereum started dumping big time, and people are like, wait, what's going on? Why is XRP? And it's starting to get the recognition. And I think that's important, because knowledge is power, and the market's going to mature where, a lot of the FUD and BS that's being spread is going to die out because, what's going to happen? The big money, they don't have time for this nonsense. They come in, they look at facts, they look at reality, versus a lot of these idiots who running around on Twitter saying bank coin, shit coin, and that's all they can say. They don't actually give like factual, logical arguments. Like, hey, I disagree with you. Here's what I think, and actually show facts. They don't do that. And this, but what are you gonna do? This is the immaturity in this young market. But the good thing is, as I said before, the shining light or the silver lining here is XRP is going to really prove its value as proof of work concepts are failing left and right, and a lot of them are crashing. And as the market matures, the education aspect will get better. The institutional money are going to make the smarter decisions, of course, and XRP is going to be a big part of that. So shout out to Spencer Dimwiddie. I hit him up trying to see if I can get an interview with him, but I'll see if I can. I don't know if he's able to. Obviously, it's the basketball season's on right now, so we'll see if he has actual time to do that. So also something else here, guys. If you recall, I talked a bit about this. Bakkt, highlighting one of the questions they commonly get asked on Twitter. This was highlighted in the blog from their CEO talking about the pushback of the launch. Question: we've been asked if we will add other digital currencies. Answer: we'll consider additional contracts as the landscape evolves and as we receive additional customer feedback about what they want and need. And of course, everybody's in there like, you need to add XRP. It's a number 2 token on the market, and you need to add that. And, people did polls, and it was funny. Justin Sun, and this was actually reported in one of these crypto news blogs here, where XRP and Tron voted most popular to be added on Bakkt. Even Justin Sun retweeted them saying Tron will be your best choice. So if you haven't already, please visit Bakkt's profile and leave your comments that XRP definitely should be something they'll add. And like I said when I showed you guys the blog post, they will add XRP. They're just going to launch with Bitcoin. That's the brand. Everyone knows. They're going to test the waters, and then you're going to see futures for XRP, Ethereum, and so forth. So it's going to come. They're not just going to have Bitcoin. There's other cryptos out there. So will it happen at the same time with Bitcoin? Of course not. They're going to start with Bitcoin and then move down the list. So the fact that XRP is number 2 gives it a high potential for it to be listed along with Bitcoin, guys. So that's pretty much the news, guys. Let me know what you think. Obviously, the Overstock news is interesting, and it shows what's coming. And going back to my video yesterday, the timing as well as the big money are still moving forward, regardless of what the price is right now. And as I've said before, it's going to be a roller coaster ride to the next bull run. Obviously, I pushed back my personal prediction, and as I've stated many times, because I still see people saying, you said this, and I keep saying I could be wrong. I don't have a crystal ball, but I'm making an educated guess. With the launch of Bakkt in January, now pushed back to January, and with the ETF's deadline for approval next year, and the SEC that is handing out regulations and guides now, we're seeing a move really fast now on their front. And obviously, you have some big launches slated for 2019, TD Ameritrade, Fidelity, and definitely expect more to come. Also, Spencer, hopefully I can get an interview with him, but good to see that people are seeing, the facts out there, like the hypocrisy of these Bitcoin maximalists and these Bitcoin people. And look, I hold Bitcoin, I hold Ethereum, I hold XRP and many other tokens, but I look at facts. I have to approach this from a business standpoint, from a reason standpoint, not just from a religious ideology standpoint. Because at the end of the day, ideology, I've said it many times, these people are like, oh, you're down with the banks, yet they keep their money in the bank. Yet if they need a loan to buy a house or finance a car, they go to a bank. I don't see any of them storming the governments and trying to take the government back or whatever. You're not going to get rid of banks. I understand people's annoyance with some of the banks given the 2008 crash. But if you're saying you're going to wipe out banks, that's That's stupid. Banks serve a purpose, but they do need to be regulated so we don't have these issues. So, and now there's also the double-edged sword of these. They want the big money to come in so they make money, right? The Bitcoin holders, the Bitcoin maximalist holders, and yet they don't realize the banks are a big part of the big money, the institutional money, who are going to buy up millions of dollars of this. So they're going to control it. So do you see? This is like it's. I don't want to call. I don't want to go further because it's just annoying. It's like the hypocrisy and the simple facts and logic that is escaping these people because of the ideology. So I hope you guys understand what I'm trying to say here. I'm not against Bitcoin. I'm not against Ethereum. I'm not against any other coins. But I have to call it like it is and I look at it from a factual standpoint. Let's look at facts, not our feelings, not ideologies here. So guys, what do you think? Leave your thoughts and comments below. Like I said, definitely tweet at Bakkt and tell them to add XRP. But, you know, it's a good exercise because remember, these companies, they use social media tools, they use different tools to get sentiments, market sentiments. What are people thinking? What are people asking for? So if you can influence them in that way, why not? It doesn't, you know, it doesn't cost you anything to do it. And, you know, if you're holding XRP, definitely could be beneficial to you. So leave your thoughts and comments below. Thumbs up if you like this video. Please subscribe if you haven't already. Don't forget to follow me on Facebook and Twitter, and I will talk to you guys later.